Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Mick Alphaname. I hope you all had a great day. We have a lot of news to cover today. The new financial system is moving forward at light speed. Yeah, I feel real good today. Yeah, I got some combat in today. This is from fxstreet.com and it's titled Ripple's partial victory against the SEC treated as ammunition. Ammunition in Korea's Terra Luna trial. You don't say. Let me scroll to the top though, because it had a different article title than the actual website article title. The actual article title is XRP price braces for price rally as Korea's prosecutors draw support from Ripple ruling for Terra Luna trial. Let's scroll down here. Yeah, I got a couple of double leg takedowns in. Yeah, I was shooting the jab and I was counter punching. Yeah, that's right. Yep. I still have it. Oh, Uncle Alphanine still has it. I got a little bit in the tank. Says here, Ripple's partial victory against U.S. financial regulator through Judge Annalisa Torres has laid the foundation for leveraging the court ruling and other related cases in Korea. Prosecutors in Terra Luna's trial in Korea are drawing leverage from the U.S. court decision and plan on using the ruling to substantiate their arguments in court. Says here, XRP price is gearing up for a rally. You don't say. According to pro XRP attorney John Deaton, XRP is on track to hit a new all-time high if Bitcoin bull market makes a comeback. I agree with that. Deaton is bullish. And listen, let me tell you something. Hey, Bitcoin people, like I don't hold any Bitcoin. I do have a lot of people I care about that hold Bitcoin. I hope you make a lot of money. Don't lose hope. You know, if you believe in Bitcoin, believe in Bitcoin. I see a lot of people starting to become very bearish on Bitcoin the same way I see a lot of people becoming bearish on XRP. Things take time. You know, you got to understand all of the financial markets and how they're interconnected to understand why there may be liquidity drains. You're going to see it go up a little bit. You're going to see some consolidation. You're in a nice little consolidation phase, in my humble opinion. That doesn't mean lose faith in what you believe in, because I think that the future, you want to be completely honest, like I said, I believe the future is very bright, actually, for Bitcoin. I believe that there is ready for an explosion in the next few months, but I could be wrong on that. But I'm looking at all the different catalysts there. And there's a lot of catalysts, a lot. But anyway, let me get back to this article here. It says Deaton is bullish on the altcoins recovery and considers Bitcoin price rally as an important condition of for XRP price to rally. All right, so let's scroll down here. It says Ripple ruling in SEC case to substantiate Korean prosecutors' arguments. According to sources from the Seoul prosecutor's office, Anayong Hageseo. Did I say that correctly? It's been a long time since I practiced Korean. It says the Terra Luna lawsuit is centered on the status of those tokens as, quote, securities, unquote. Prosecutors have revealed their plan to submit papers and judgments as evidence to prove that Terraform Labs sister tokens were not securities. Which means what? If this actually happens, that's a little bit more regulatory clarity, so to speak, in the world. We're inching, we're crawling forward, we're fighting forward. You know, it reminded me today, and this is about life, not just crypto. It's like where we're at right now. It's like getting in on a double leg or outside single or an inside single for a takedown, those of you who understand combat. And yet the opponent, no matter who they are, they sprawl. They stuff your head down. They're fighting like their life depends on it. And yet you need those points. You need that takedown. You need to take them down and get around, mount, take their back, something. You need it for this victory. But they're fighting hard. Do you give up or do you keep pushing through? That's the moment we're at. We need those points. We need that last rep. You want to grow? In order to grow that muscle, you got to stress that muscle. So we just lift a little bit to look pretty and then let go. No, we push it just a little bit to make that muscle grow. And we're at that line where big things are happening. It just takes that little bit of willpower to get there to the finish line. We shall have victory because we already won the fight in our minds. All battles are won mentally first. You just need to see what's there. The opening is there. The catalysts are there. The takedown is there. The punch is there. You just have to see it and be brave enough to take the opportunity. Sure, you might get a punch. You might catch a punch. Oh, I know about that. Definitely. I remember that from today. It helped me remember all the times in the past. But we're countering the entire time. We're strong enough to make it through the punch. We're strong enough to take the punch. We don't want to, but sometimes it's inevitable. We're strong enough to survive the takedown, the sprawl, I mean. We're strong enough to survive the FUD. Pain doesn't break us. It makes us. We're the ones who survive. We're the last ones standing. We're the ones that can't be broken. We're the ones that don't give up. We're the rare ones. Yeah. Let's get back to this article here. According to sources, okay, we read that little part there. It says, have revealed their plan to submit papers and not securities. So, we're moving forward. Chief Prosecutor Dan Seong-hong of the Seoul Southern District Prosecutor's Office states that the office has received a translation of the Ripple-related judgment from the Southern District Court of New York, requested by the Ministry of Justice. Ripple's partial victory against the SEC is considered key to substantiate prosecutors' claims, supporting Luna's status as a, quote, non-security, unquote. Judge Annalisa Torres of the Southern District Court of New York ruled in favor of Ripple, that we know about, so we're going to skip that part. There's a little bit more here. If you want to read the rest of that, go to fxstreet.com because they're shining over there like you are. You're the champion. You're the best. All right. All glory. I give the glory to you. I take none to myself. But I'm going to just keep on putting in this hard work, and I hope that is useful to you. Now, let's go to this second article here. Oh, yeah, we're cooking today. Yeah, throw a little seasoning on there. We're cooking today. Oh, yeah. You cooking today? You know what that means when you say you're cooking? That's old school. I'm from the old school. That means we're flowing. We're doing a great job today. I know you're doing a great job today. I believe in every single one of you out there, no matter who you are, no matter whether you agree with me, disagree with me. I appreciate you. Love to you. All right. This is from CoinGate.com. And it's titled, Hidden Mistake in XRP Ruling. Question mark. Will Judge Torres review it? Oh, man. There was a mistake. Spoiler alert. It was possibly a good mistake. Oh. Oh, man, I'm trying not to shout in your ear too much. I get a little loud when I get excited. My apologies. But I'm actually doing well today, right? I'm actually doing well today. So it's crypto news. While the XRP lawsuit summary judgment paved way for unraveling potential in the United States, there are many facets. I almost said faucets. That's why I got that hybrid word I almost said. There are many facets to the ruling that require further scrutiny. Earlier in July 2023, Judge Annalisa Torres ruled that the sale of Ripple's XRP token does not constitute illegal security sales, that we know. Let's scroll down here. I'm trying to get to the crux of things. That's why I skip things sometimes. Meanwhile, Southern District Court of New York Judge Jed Rakoff contested Judge Torres' verdict, that we know also. All right. We know about that with the Terra Luna thing, I believe. The attorney wondered if, here's the good part. The attorney wondered if the on-demand liquidity sales can be justified as securities. Uh-oh. Even if the institutional clients only hold XRP tokens for mere seconds. The Ripple, you see where this is going, don't you? The Ripple on-demand liquidity transactions involve customers holding XRP for a few seconds to facilitate quick cross-border payments. This means it is used just as a means for payments and does not necessarily involve the tokens as an investment. Attorney Morgan said, is that so? I wonder. I'm doing all this, the stereotypical comic book type of questioning movements. I wonder. 1 + 1 = 2 carried to 3. I wonder what that means, what that indicates, what that implicates. Quote, I'm having some fun today. I'm not going to do this all the time, but just bear with me. Quote, still waiting for the day someone in the XRP community justifies Judge Torres' decision for lumping sales to on-demand liquidity customers and with institutional sales, two different things. On any reasoning consistent with the Howey principles. Uh-oh. It looks like we might have another victory. You don't say. You don't say. Another victory? Another trophy? I feel that way. I do. You got to feel good every once in a while. You got to make good. And right now we're being delivered the goods. It says, meanwhile, XRP price has been on a steady decline. Oh man, I'm so concerned about that XRP price right now, even though the banks haven't stepped in yet. No, I'm not. Dropping from the highs it reached following the summary judgment. Big things continue to happen. Everything in its own time. Oh yeah. I mean, that's if you hold like I hold, that is. If you hold like I hold, you don't want to step to this. This article here, this next one, is from fxstreet.com. I already know. I know you're going to get on me. I know you're going to say, oh, don't do that. It has a price in it. Oh, Alphanim, what are you doing? Oh, man. I appreciate every single one of you out there. But the title is Ripple XRP price on track to run up to $10. Bullish target after one final shakeout. This is written by Ekta Moria, not Alphanim. All right. It's not written by me, but I'm going to take in this information because I like it. I enjoy it. It could be good information. Oh, man. It says Ripple holders are bullish on XRP price and believe that a rally to $10 is likely in the current market cycle. Doesn't mean I agree with it. I'm not putting it out either. I just stay at a neutrality. That's it. But I like to study everything because there's something useful typically in areas that other people don't look in. Look, my favorite rapper, one of my favorite rappers, Styles P, had a line that stuck in my head since I was a youth. He said, if the world spins in a circle, I want to learn to move backwards. I'm that way a lot. I try to think in ways other people don't. I try to move in ways that other people don't. If they have a rhythm, I don't have a rhythm. They move on every beat. I move in between the beats. If they're breakdancing, I'm crump dancing. That's the way I like to be. So I like to learn and study things that others may not. There may be useful information there. So yeah, I'm going to take this in. It says here, there are several bullish catalysts driving the sentiment among holders, including Ripple's partial victory against the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Let's scroll down here. We know about that. A crypto YouTuber and XRP analyst, Alex Cobb, has a bullish thesis for the altcoin's massive run-up to $10. XRP price to rally to $10 likely, according to analysts. This is the next section. Says here, Alex Cobb, popular XRP analyst and YouTuber, identified two technical patterns that point toward a rally to $10. Cobb applied the Elliott wave theory used to analyze financial market cycles and forecast market trends to XRP/USD monthly price chart. Cobb identified that between 2014 and 2015, the altcoin witnessed an explosive breakout that fits an Elliott wave. We've seen a lot of different chart analysis. So now we have one more. All right. And they all point to some sort of explosion. Now, I know the charts aren't everything. I'm not a person that's big on charts. I'm more big on catalysts, but I understand they both play an important role to have a more complete picture. Right. And it doesn't have to necessarily go to $10. But what I take from that, I remove the price typically. That's why I do it in my own mind. And I say to myself, OK, well, this leans everything more towards the possibility of an explosion, right? A bigger explosion. We already went through a minor explosion. That's why everybody's taking all that profit. They're taking all that profit because they experienced that. That was a crazy good explosion for a lot of people. Correct? Right. OK. So what people are looking for and what a lot of people are looking for is that bigger explosion that's to come later. But I have been positing for a long time that it would come later. But who knows? We'll see what happens. It says here, let's see if we can get down to the crux of this because he has a lot more information. Here we go. Market development, other catalyst driving XRP price higher. It says Ripple's partial victory against the SEC is one of the largest catalysts fueling bullish sentiment among XRP holders. Look like there may be more victories to come if we get that information reviewed from the beginning in one of the first articles. So Ripple recently acquired membership to the ISDA. That was huge. But you know that, where the giant entered a 1.2 quadrillion derivatives market. That is a lot of money. And I want that bank money. 1.2 quadrillion. We have more articles coming up, by the way, which are potent and very, very key to all of this going on right here. It says, with over 1,000 member institutions from 79 countries. Ooh, that's delicious. Muy lindamente. This is a bullish development for the project as it places Ripple next to industry giants like JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs. We went over a few of these. CME Group, Citi, BNY Mellon, and London Stock Exchange. Those of you in the members only section, these sound familiar. Go a few videos back. Oh man, there have been some good videos in my humble opinion. And that one, whew, yeah. So this sounds familiar to members only section. Before that news even came out, clarity on XRP's status as, quote, not an investment contract is fostering development of projects in the Ripple ecosystem. Don't worry, we got bigger news even coming in this video. Hugo Fillion, co-founder of Flare Labs, stated in a recent tweet, well, we know what he said, that it slowed down, that the battle with the SEC slowed down development and such, okay? So this article here is from the cryptobasic.com, and it is titled, XRP ETPs surge 57%. That's pretty good. Year to date to $76 million following Ripple case ruling. All right. So let's see what they're talking about here. It says, following a recent legal triumph in the Ripple versus SEC case, the exchange traded products market centered on XRP has experienced an impressive upswing. Notably, XRP linked ETPs have seen a remarkable 57% increase in assets under management year to date. The rapid surge propelled ETPs holding XRP to an annual AUM of $76.8 million, according to data from Fennekia International Incorporated. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce that. My apologies. A prominent player in the digital assets and fintech scene. Crypto Area. Oh, Crypto Area is on fire right now. Crypto Area, a prominent XRP community influencer, called attention to this bullish pattern in a recent tweet. She rightly emphasized its indication of a growing institutional interest in XRP amid its regulatory clarity, which we've heard iterated from other entities. This is just more confirmation. It means things are looking good, in my humble opinion. That's personally how I take it. It says, in light of the recent disclosure, it becomes increasingly evident that XRP ETPs have emerged as a focal point within the digital asset market, with the ripple effect of the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit verdict propelling XRP standing. These ETPs are charting a course of growth. Crypto ETPs hit $34 billion AUM. It says, zooming out, the recent Fennekia report presented a comprehensive analysis of global ETPs tied to digital assets. The data reveal an overall 70% surge in AUM year to date, a testimony to the revived enthusiasm among investors. All right, so we're going to leave that off right there because I want to get to some other news. We have a lot of big news to get to, okay? Here we go. The world is changing rapidly, dramatically. This is from Cointelegraph.com. New financial system coming in hot. They can't stop us. The title of this article is Russia to begin CBDC trials with 13 banks. Now, we've heard a lot of politicians from the Brics nation speaking as of the last month or two. One of them was having a discussion with another. I'm going to leave some names out. And they said, hey, we don't want to replace the old system with something that is the same as that. We need a system where we're all equal. A multipolar system. How do you bridge, connect, provide liquidity for all of those different currencies? Because remember, it's not just the BRICS currency, but it's the ability to use their local currencies anywhere, anytime, in any way, fairly, right? So how do you connect all of those once they become digitized? New financial system. That's why XRP is everywhere. XLM is everywhere. Algorand is everywhere. That's strategic. But let's continue on here. It says, according to Olga Skorobogatova, first deputy governor of the Bank of Russia, initiating pilot operations using genuine digital rubles represents a pivotal phase within the project. Now, wait, I want to pause because I want to clarify what I said. I don't want to make it sound like they're directly using a bank coin. But if they do, they do. right? I will have to wait for solid information on that. But what I'm saying is, when things flow out of any of these countries in the future, including from the West, in my humble opinion, in order to interface and interact around the world, it will have to flow into a neutral system. It will flow out of their system and into a neutral system. That would be the new financial system. So it says here, the Bank of Russia has revealed it will begin testing operations for Russia's central bank digital currency project with digital rubles. The test will begin on August the 15th. A statement released by the Bank of Russia indicates that the pilot test will involve the participation of 13 banks and a restricted group of their clients. Shout out to Akareko, shout out to Joey, shout out to Corey, shout out to Keith, shout out to Lazar, shout out to Lil Balls. Let's keep it going. According to Olga Skorabogatova, my word, I'm messing up badly, first deputy governor of the Bank of Russia, initiating pilot operations using genuine digital rubles represents a pivotal phase within the project. This step facilitates the examination of the digital ruble platform's functionality within an industrial context, the refinement of essential procedures in collaboration with clients, potential process adjustments, and the assurance of a user-friendly and comprehensible client experience. Money, let that money flow. And this is what is key about the new financial system. Well, I don't want to say money flow, value, right? Because everything has a value. It doesn't have to necessarily have money attached to it, right? Because commodities pull out the ground, such like that, just given a value doesn't necessarily have money put into it. It just has a natural value, intrinsic value, right? So, but we want that value flowing across the world. That's never happened before. And we're the only ones that can move it everywhere around the world, right? Whether they have a refined system, an unrefined system, we're the only ones who have those corridors all around the world. Africa, Latin America, Russia, China, United States, Europe, United Kingdom. No matter where it is, even if they have conflict, because of our neutrality, right? The neutrality of the systems, right? Once you deploy those systems, it's under their control. That value will flow. We're talking trillions, hopefully in the future, quadrillions. It's just the truth. It's just the truth, right? We're collecting details in the middle, but the beginning and the ending have always been pretty certain, if everything goes according to plan, that is. But it's pretty definitive. Trillions to quadrillions, little bit at a time is how I see it going. So that's what this means. Flow. Says here, Skorabogatova added that the bank's strategy involves bringing the digital ruble into widespread use. You see? Hinging on the outcomes of gradual testing and contingent upon the successful execution of comprehensive trials encompassing all operational possibilities involving the digital ruble. Keep in mind, because of the BRICS nations and a lot of their relationships, those currencies like the yuan, renminbi, the ruble, it'll be possible for other countries to trade dollars for those, or something like something of that nature, or some other value for those, and then pay off certain debts and pay off other things and take loans in those, as you just saw Argentina do with China, right? They said, hey, we don't want to use US dollars. Hey, they did a US dollar swap, right? Correct. Okay. They took those US dollars, they sent them over to China. China sent them some yuan, and then they paid who? They paid the IMF with yuan. You see how that works? So a lot of like that flow is going to be like nothing that has ever been before. They've never been able to do things like that. Do it quick, fast, and in a hurry, and have traceability on it as well, right? Things are starting little by little, but we're getting traction. We have traction. Forward moving momentum. Let's move on to another article here. I don't want to make this video too long. I'm trying to get you everything and give you as many thoughts as I can, right? So now, I hate that when I do that. I try not to do that, but it comes out every once in a while. This is from CoinDesk.com. I'm very big on self-discipline. You know what I mean? It's titled, Bank of England wants digital pound advisors as it moves to CBDC design phase. Let's go, XRP. Let's go. Let's go, Quant. Let's go. Quant and XRP are at the forefront when it comes to the Bank of England. That's a lot of money. Oh, I get excited when I'm thinking about that money. I get excited when I'm thinking about the victory. I like to win. Anyway, it says this here. The Bank of England has set up a digital pound advisory group, which it is currently recruiting for as the country enters. Is that a typo? It says recruiting for as the country enters the design phase for its central bank digital currency. It announced on Wednesday. The bank, along with the Treasury, the government's finance arm, they said that like we don't know what the Treasury is, but all right. The government, oh man, the government's finance arm, which has been helping with the country's CBDC work, wants academics and researchers to express their interest in joining the group. Is that so? A CBDC is digital money issued by a central bank. The academic advisory group is meant to bring together experts. You don't think Ripple's getting deep in there? Quant is getting deep in. You think Gilbert Verdian wasn't drooling on his keyboard reading this? Oh, you know Gilbert's a wolf. Oh, you know Brad Garlinghouse, Monica Long is a wolf. You know they're gonna get them. They're gonna bring that money right to us, and that's why I like these people, because they go get the money. Anyway, a CBDC is digital money issued by a central bank. That we know. They're preaching to the choir. We have some kind of pop-up blocking everything. This pop-up is blocking everything. Oh, it disappeared. Quote, what? It came back. What is going on here? I'm not cutting this out. I'm not editing this part. There is a pop-up here that is blocking the entirety of the article. I know it's an error. I know that I've had multitude of websites before. Well, anyway, they're going to be looking for an advisory group. We're going to have to skip that one. All right. So now, but that's good. All right. That's good, because that means we're going to have a huge amount of input. I mean, we already did. We've been helping them for a long time on the, what was it called? The Digital Pound Association and such, right? And we're on the Digital Euro Association as well. So now we're going to just skip over this one. More big news. More. This one is also from Coindesk.com. They're on fire. They're doing a great job. And it's titled, Maple Finance's Tokenized Treasuries Available to U.S. Investors After Securities Exemption. This is a big move. Tokenized Treasuries. We were just talking about Treasuries. Hey, if you haven't already, check out that post that I put in the members only section last night, okay? It's I put like 3, but you'll see what I'm talking about. It's very informative. And I think in the future, I'm trying to say a lot with saying a little. It's going to be very key. This here is very, very potent. What happened? It says the platform's cash management facility has attracted $22 million of deposits since it opened in April. This is just where they're beginning, but that's a pretty good start. Blockchain-based credit marketplace Maple Finance has opened its USDC cash management pool backed by tokenized securities. That's major. They're talking T-bills, folks. T-bills. For U.S. investors, the firm said Wednesday, look, they issued, what did they issue like a month or two ago? Did they issue that trillion T-bills? That trillion in T-bills? And now what are they going to do in a few more months? I'm not sure when it is. You can look that up for yourself, but I made a lot of posts about it. They're going to issue another $1 trillion in T-bills. That's a lot of value right there. I mean, like I said, they're just beginning, but to establish yourself as having an opportunity at such value is very, very good in my humble opinion. So it's here. The market size of tokenized T-bills ballooned 6-fold this year to nearly $700 million, according to Real World Asset. That's tokenized T-bills. I mean, that's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And for that to be a high amount, such as $700 million, is mind blowing. It indicates that there's a bright future ahead. If that's going to be flowing across blockchains, the future is extremely, extremely bright. We need that value. Now, I'll say this. I think the bank coins will be at the forefront of all of that. They're the most trusted. Let's move to another article here. All right. I will be making a members only video to post either tonight or tomorrow. Right. I saved the best for the members only section. I have to. This article is from Watcher.Guru. More Brics Nation activity. It says here, the Brics Alliance is attracting new requests from countries around the world to be a part of the bloc. A handful of developing countries are looking to end reliance on the US dollar. More dollar dumping, more dollar shirking. People better get ready. I mean, they don't have to. It's not financial advice. Not a financial advisor. They do whatever they want. But I'm telling you right now, the dollar looks like it's in trouble. It will not go to zero. I don't think that. Maybe it does, but I don't think so. But it could be greatly, greatly diminished. What does that do to the price of everything that people have come to normalize being able to acquire in the United States, right? US dollar and trade in their native currencies instead. I was just talking about that. So it's not just Brics currency. They're going to digitize all these local currencies and they're going to do much more with them. The US pressing sanctions against other nations is what led to several countries deciding to ditch the dollar, that we know. And they've continued to say that in their live meetings. So it's not something that people are just reiterating for no reason. They continue to. I've watched a lot of the live meetings on various media websites and for the BRICS nations meetings, and they continue to iterate that. They're very unhappy with sanctioning and other things that go on. So BRICS, they explain BRICS. We know that. Around 40 countries have expressed their interest to join BRICS Alliance a month ahead of the summit. BRICS Ambassador Anil Suklal confirmed to Reuters that, quote, all the major global South countries, unquote, have expressed interest to join the bloc. Wow. And this is why a lot of people are retreating in gold as well. It says he revealed that BRICS aims to become a champion of the developing world and initiate trade agreements in local currencies. Because when that dollar loses value, I can promise you, gold is going to skyrocket and it's not going to lose value even if it didn't skyrocket, right? That's typically how it goes. Once again, not financial advice, but that's what people are doing. That's how they're thinking. And I can tell you right now, I definitely agree with that. It says here, the bloc would ditch the US dollar for cross-border transactions and strengthen their respective native currencies. The move would level the playing field. Who was saying that a lot? Level playing field. Ripple, a few others. The bank coins were heavy with that at one time. The move would level the playing field, giving opportunities for all countries to thrive in international markets. The world is changing. Let's move on to a little bit of gold news. We're going to close out here with this. I thank every single one of you for being here. You're all great people, in my humble opinion. You know, I appreciate your thoughts anytime you issue them to me. Positive, negative, listen, I appreciate it. You took time to actually speak, to let your mind be felt. And that's why I show you love no matter what. Keep being great. You don't have to be great my way. I'm not asking you to be. Be great in your way. Go win your way. I'm here to cheer you on. You know, I was a coach for a long time. I know how to win myself, but I also know how to help others win, right? And I know that positive reinforcement, firing people up, keeping them motivated, fired up. That's how sometimes we all need that to go that extra little inch mile to get to the victory. Keep winning. You are a champion. We're going to end off here, right here. This article is from kitco.com and it's titled Gold Price to Rise as Investors Lose Faith in the US Dollar. I was just talking about this. All right. Commodity Discovery Fund's Wilhelm Mittelkoop. This is who's speaking on this. All right. Gold prices could continue to cling to support around $1,950 an ounce as it struggles to attract bullish investor attention. Wait a minute. My eyes were distracted by that gold bar. As you know, I don't really like gold coins. I don't like all that jewelry and all that superficial nonsense. I like gold bars. Something about it. I just enjoy it. Maybe from all the cartoons when I was younger. But I just enjoy gold bars. So beautiful. One market, and I love to hold them. One market strategist said that the precious metal remains well positioned to take advantage of the US dollar's waning reserve currency status. I agree with that. In an interview with Kitco News, William Mittelkoop, the creator and chief investment officer of Commodity Discovery Fund, said that last week's announcement from Fitch Ratings downgrading US debt could be the spark that ignites a bigger fire in the global financial markets. Yeah, because they're going to have to achieve a balance. As that value of that dollar that they're holding as a world reserve currency lessens, then they can acquire gold now before it's too late. Then before gold's price starts skyrocketing and going up. You know, listen, yeah, is money an object to banks? Not really, right? It's nothing to them. But at the same time, you still want to get a good deal. You want to get a good price. We're all like that. It doesn't matter how much capital you have. You want to get a good price, right? I mean, if you're wise, that's personally how I feel. That's it. That's just my humble opinion. So Mittelkoop added that the recent volatility in the bond market as yields on 10-year notes hold around 4% is a strong sign. Remember, this is a non-risk asset. Where's that liquidity coming from? But anyway, it says, is a strong sign that investors are losing faith in the US dollar. Quote, the bond market is always right. It is telling the story that the system is breaking down. So even people in the commodities market are telling people the system is breaking down. So you have economists saying it. You have Janet Yellen. And Janet Yellen was telling people about the banks. And then Jerome Powell spoke about the banks with the commercial real estate problem and stuff like that. Some banks may have to merge, which means they're going to close down, which means they're going to get bought out, so that means that the legacy financial system is not doing well. So now you have the commodities experts telling the same thing. And of course, I've been saying it as well. All right, so now it says, quote, the U.S. has a problem that they are clearly never going to fix. Wow. Powerful. Okay. I think that they'll fix it. They can fix it with the new financial system. And how much damage is caused until they deploy it, that's questionable. It says, a growing number of nations no longer support the dollar system. And I think because of that, the government will find it difficult to find enough buyers for U.S. Treasuries. That is also an interesting point. Good point. It says we could see the Fed step in soon. That's why I keep saying in a lot of these videos, who's going to buy those T-bills? But if they do, expect liquidity drain. It says we could see the Fed step in soon, and that will be interesting for gold, unquote. Middlecoop said investors continue to see signs that the global bond market is breaking down from the weight of growing deficits. In October, the UK bond market saw a crisis of faith from investors after the newly appointed then Prime Minister Liz Truss released a mini budget that proposed the nation's biggest tax cuts in 50 years. A new crack emerged 2 weeks ago after Japan saw the yield on its 10-year bonds rise to a 9-year high. We were talking about Japan. Quote, we are seeing a breakdown in the bond market. Something is wrong, unquote, he said. Quote, gold might not react right away to these warning signs, but it will eventually react, unquote. I've been saying that about a lot of things. Gold, the effects are always felt later when these actions are taken. The collapse of the banks because of rising interest rates always felt later. It doesn't mean something's not going to happen just because it doesn't happen immediately. These type of things tend to take a little bit of time. So we're going to stop off there. Once again, if you want to read the rest of that article, is very good from kitco.com, kitco.com. Appreciate every single one of you being here. I hope you have a great evening. I'm going to get over to making that members only video now. So now that you have the information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, let's get to the money.